Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go through some examples of functions. I've asked you to do a Jing video of a function of your choice, so I'm just going to step through some examples of using the function wizard and manipulating data. This example is going to deal with a lot of text. This very short spreadsheet that you're looking at, you have to imagine that you have thousands and thousands of names here, many records. And as happens with a lot of companies, you have different people doing data entry on different days of the week. And what you're seeing here is that data is not alike. Some people have entered last names in all caps. Some people have not capped anything. I think I had an example right here, strong, all in small letters, small case or lowercase. And then we have the proper case here. So ultimately someone's going to say, clean this up, will you? And they may say, I want all the divisions to be in all uppercase. I want first and last name to be in proper case, just a capital letter. Or someone may say, you know what I really want? I'd like to see the last name followed by a comma and then their first name in a cell like this. Now again, having to do this with 10 records isn't bad. You could manually retype all of this. But if you had 50,000 records, that's not an efficient way to tackle it. But using a function, using several different functions, you can accomplish just about anything when it comes to manipulating text in Excel. So let's have a look. The first example I'm going to take care of is I'm going to imagine that my supervisor said, you know what, I want the division to be in the division name to be in all uppercase. There's a function for that. So I'm going to click on formulas here and then click on insert function. Now I might not know the name of the function, so I need to find it. And right here it says type a brief description of what you want to do. And I'm just going to put uppercase and click go and see if I can't find something. So here are, let me just slide that up. Here are a number of functions that possibly deal with uppercase. And as you go through them, you can read about each function right here. So this function called upper converts a text string to all uppercase. Sounds perfect. Lowercase. Lookup. Not quite sure that's what I want. I believe this is the one I want. Upper. So it tells me how to use it, and if this is the one I'm going to use, I can just click OK, and it gives me the function argument that I need. And it's very simple. There is only one. And that is that you see the function right here, equals, starting of course with an equal sign, the function upper, upper, and open and close paren. And between the open and close paren will be the text that you want to convert. So all I have to do is point to Germany, and you can see the answer right here. Okay, so now I'm going to just drag this down. Now, in this example today, I am not going to drag down, which would copy that formula. I'm going to undo that. Instead, if I go to this, to the right-hand corner of the cell where we have a selection hand, not selection, fill handle, the small plus is what I call it. If I double click, that will fill all the way down until it runs into a blank cell. That may have not impressed you because we only have 10 rows, but again, what if we had 50,000 rows? You would not have to sit and hold this as you scroll down. So instead, if you have a formula that you want to copy all the way down and you have text here to its left, you can simply double click and it will take it all the way down. Now, something to talk about here. You may decide that, well, I can now replace this information with this. But don't forget, this is a formula. So if I copy this and paste it into this cell, I'm not going to get what I want. All right? It's updated the formula. So that's not what we want. What we'd really like to do is get rid of these formulas and paste just the value in here. We actually, some people, they do it differently. They'll come up here and say, well, I'll just put this title over here and simply get rid of this whole column because I don't need it. So I'm going to select the column and delete it, and look what I have. I have errors because, again, it's looking for that reference. I'll click undo again. What we need to do is take this formula away so that this cell F5 actually says Germany, not upper E5. To do that, I'm going to select everything in this cell. There's a couple ways of doing it, but I'll do it two ways. I'm going to select this entire column, and I'm going to do a copy. That's copying everything in this column. And I'm not going to move anywhere. I'm going to stay right here, and I am going to paste, but I'm going to paste, it's called paste special, a little couple other options here. And what I want to do is paste values. And when I choose paste values, I have taken these formulas out and returned them to just text. Now, to take away this, the marching ants or this marquee, I'm going to press escape. And now if I click on Germany, notice Germany. No more formulas. They're gone. So now I can actually get rid of this column if I want. Okay? All right, that's one example. I'll go a little faster. Now my supervisor tells me that he doesn't like how these first and last names are just a mismatch of upper, lower, and proper case. He would like all of these to be proper case. So again, that's a function. And I can certainly do that here. So I'll just put some new labels here, first and last name. Whoops. First and last. Okay. And then I'm going to put in a function that will point to this cell and put it in proper case. This one happens to be in proper case, but you need to copy this formula down to include all the records, which again might be 50,000. So let's call up the function. And you don't always have to use this function wizard, particularly with these very easy functions like upper, lower, and proper. But it's when you're first getting used to functions, it's nice to see a list and be able to read about what those functions are. Okay, so I'm just going to type proper in here. Oh, actually, I see it right here. Proper converts a text string to proper case. The first letter in each word is uppercase, and all the other letters are lower. That sounds exactly what I want. So I could do it using the function wizard here and point to the cell. Okay, so there it is. Paul equals proper B5, this cell right here. So if I double click, it's going to copy that formula down, proper B6, proper B7, etc. And notice that Jeffrey has turned to proper case. And this time, instead of doing copying this and pasting values right here and then getting rid of this column. I'm going to just do it a little differently. I want to take away these or get rid of these formulas. So this time I am going to highlight the entire list of calculations, copy it, and go right over here, and I'm going to right click. My paste options, one of those includes paste values right here, and that's what I'm going to do, paste values. Press escape. I have literal text here. This is still formulas, but I don't need it. I've used the function to manipulate the text, but I really don't need it any longer. Okay, let's try it one more time. This time I'm not going to use the function wizard because I know the syntax equals upper, and you've read about how this function wizard comes up. It's the same as using something like this. And I know I need an open paren, point to the cell, close the paren, and press enter. Oh, I used the wrong function. I meant to use proper. So how could I change it? Well, I can come up here and type proper, like so. Or I could have just gone to this cell and redid it there. Anyway, here I have changed all of my text here to proper case, and now I'm going to copy it. I used Control C before, but I certainly could have come over here and did a copy and then positioned my cursor here, and again I could right click and choose paste values, or I can go over here and choose paste values as well. How do I get rid of that marquee? Press escape. Check these. All looking pretty good. I don't need this column anymore, so I can come up to the column heading and choose delete. Alright, one last example. I started with this. What if my supervisor asked me to create a new column that looks something like this? Last name, comma, first name. If we had to talk to Excel, what would you verbalize? You'd say, go to cell C5, grab that, then put a comma, and then go to cell B5, put a space in between, and then give me that first name. And we want to do that in 50,000 records so that we don't have to retype all of this. Is there a function that does that? Well, let's go to formulas, function. I'm going to put combine text, and see if I can find something. Alright, here are some functions. Text converts a value to text in a specific, no. Concatenate, text 1, text 2. Join several text strings into one text string. I like this. I think this is the function I need. Concatenate. So I click OK. And here are the arguments I need. I need to concatenate text. So what is it that I want to add together into this cell? Well, I want to take this, Martin, and I want to add it to, oh, look at this. It's giving me extra, so I can keep adding. I want to take Martin and I want to add it to the first name. That's all I want to do. Oops, look at this. It's not looking the way I want it to look. So let me back up and see if I can add a literal text. Yep, Martin, comma. And then actually I'm going to go back here, and next to the comma I'm going to insert a space. And then for text 3 I'll say go to Paul. And look how it looks. Martin, comma, space, Paul. Click OK. Double click to copy that formula all the way down. Voila. Now, look at this. Every once in a while, you do have to check your data. There is probably a function, I know there's a function out there that would count 1, 2, 3 letters in and capitalize whatever. But you can't do that with all of these. So every once in a while, you just have to eyeball your data and you know, take care of things like that. So this particular column is going to replace these two. I don't really need these two columns anymore, but be careful about deleting them. Remember, value formulas first so that you take away the formula and just leave the literal text. So this time I'm going to do a copy, and paste right in place. So I'm going to do a paste values, boom, press escape to get rid of that marquee, and notice I have literal text now. So now I can get rid of these. Notice I'm clicking, selecting both columns, right clicking, choosing delete, and well, let me insert a column because I want to take all of this, and I can actually copy the entire column if I want. Copy and insert copied cells, boom, there it is. And I can just change it to name. Have an extra column in there. Would I actually do this in a spreadsheet? I may do this. I may have a last name, comma, first name in a column like this, but I would not delete. I'm going to backspace here, or undo, undo, undo. I would not delete these columns. When you have records, 50,000 records of data, there are instances where you need things combined, and there are instances, reasons you need first names, last names separated. For example, if you were to do a word mail merge, you might want the letter to say, Dear Mr. Martin. You're never going to get that with this. You can do it, though, when you have Martin separated from the first name. So it's probably wise to create new columns of information and leave some of these old ones. So I think that's a pretty good example, again, of using functions. I know you've done a lot this week in watching videos, but I want you to do some exploring. And when you create a Jing video for me this week, definitely go through this function wizard here and check out some of these functions. Date and time are really interesting. The lookup, you might want to check those out, but text, very interesting functions. Each of us has a different reason for using Excel, and you'll find in your jobs and your careers that depending on whether you're an engineer or a high school English teacher, you'll use different references, or you'll reference different functions. I've used a lot of these functions when I'm doing some personal things at home, like creating a Christmas address list, or helping my son create a family invite list for his wedding, something like that. Anyway, functions are fun. They're fun to learn about, and the function wizard makes them very easy to use. So have fun creating your own Jing video where you do basically the same thing that I've just done here. Show me that you understand how to use the function wizard. All right, good luck with that. Bye.